Wow, that goes on for a while. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday once again, and we are here with the new Comic Book Day rundown from Dark Horse. I'm Kara. I'm the social media strategist here.
I'm Brett. I'm the assistant editor, sometimes all things.
Brett is somebody who works on a lot of these comics that we are going to talk about shortly, so thank you for joining us, Brett. So, we have a lot of news to share with you. First, I want to remind everybody that if you would like to win everything that we discussed today, all you need to do is share this video here on Facebook. Make sure your share is set to public so we can see it, and then check back tomorrow to see if you are the lucky winner. That's all you need to do. So news rundown real quick, just another reminder that we announced Hellboy Day. It's going to be March 23rd next year, and that's going to be an awesome chance for you to go to your local comic shop and pick up a lot of extra goodies. They're going to have, it's in celebration of the 25th anniversary of our publication of the first issue of Hellboy ever, Seed of Destruction #1. So there's going to be a special 25th anniversary edition of issue #1 that comic shops can have. Any participating comic shop will have a lot of other Hellboy goodies, like our timeline that we released recently, and all kinds of other stuff. So talk to your comic shop. Hopefully they're participating. We also announced our holiday gift guide recently. You can find that at darkhorse.com. Got a little bit of something for everybody on your list, maybe. And then additional news. So we announced our free Comic Book Day Gold offering. That's the first one of 2 of our free Comic Book Day offerings. This one includes Black Hammer, which Brett knows very well.
So well.
Yeah. And also Stranger Things, because it always includes 2 stories in one issue. So you get 2 little mini stories, 1 Stranger Things and 1 Black Hammer. So any participating comic shop, again, will have our issue along with all the others for free Comic Book Day. We also announced The Art of Days Gone. Days Gone is an upcoming video game that looks pretty cool. It has beautiful art, so that's going to be a gorgeous art book. We also announced a new art book for Tara McPherson, and then several new comic series, including another Black Hammer.
So much Black
series.
Hammer.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited about this one. Black Hammer 45 looks cool.
Yeah,
it's going back in time.
All the way back in time.
Yeah.
And Matt Kint in the Black Hammer world. It's always great. So.
It was only a matter of time before Matt Kint and Jeff Lemire teamed up for real, in full, on a comic. They're like BFFs. Yeah. So that's exciting. We'll drop some links to all of these news items below after the video today. And now, Brett's going to tell you about our first digital sale.
Digital sale. So we have a digital sale on our #1s from this year. The sale features single issue #1s from throughout 2018, each for 99 cents. You can check out new series such as Aliens Dust, William Gibson's Alien 3, Beast of Burden, Wise Dogs, and Eldritch Men, which we'll talk about later. Yes. Black Hammer, Age of Doom, Death Orb, The Seeds, and many more.
Lots of #1s this year. Yeah.
All good.
Some good stuff. Yeah. We also have another Hellboy sale because 'tis the season. This one is on Hellboy and the BPRD. Hellboy fans will know that the Hellboy and the BPRD adventures take place in the 1950s, and so there are several small series that cover each year. So we have Hellboy 1952, 1953, etc. So this sale includes all single issues for 99 cents each, and then the graphic novel collections for $4.99 each. That's 50% off or more. So we'll drop the links again below after we're done with the video today. It's digital.darkhorse.com. And that's it. So now we can talk about the comics.
Comics time. Okay.
Go.
Avatar's back, fam. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Imbalance Part 1. Woo! When Team Avatar returns to Earth and Fire Industries, the factory owned by Toph's father, they find that the once small town is now booming, yet a strange mood hangs over the residents. When Aang is asked to join a business council meeting, the reason becomes clear. A massive bender versus non-bender conflict is threatening to turn violent.
It's no good.
It's just so much drama.
Yeah.
Written by Faith Erin Hicks, and drawn by Peter Wortman, colored by Ryan Hill in collaboration with Avatar: The Last Airbender creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko. Thank you. It's the ultimate continuation of Avatar.
Very exciting to have this out today.
It's so beautiful, and the series is so good. There's so much more. This world is great.
We know it took a minute, but It took a little extra time so that we could make it the best book that we could. So
it's worth the wait. For sure.
Hopefully everybody really enjoys this. And like the other Avatar series that we've been doing, this one will have 3 parts.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is part 1. It was very exciting to have this out today. We also have another big book out this week. This is Final Fantasy: The Ultimania Archive Volume 2. So this one covers 7, 8, and 9. If you haven't already picked up Volume 1, you should get that one too, if you love Final Fantasy as much as I do. So this, of course, includes a lot of artwork, which I will show you, by Yoshitaka Amano, as well as many of the other folks who worked on the game. Here's a nice page, actually. I'll show you that one. So this includes 300 plus pages featuring concept art, design notes, creator retrospectives, and much more from those 3 games, 7, 8, and 9. And this continues, like I said, the Ultimania Archive. This is in English for the first time. So that actually came out yesterday and should be available in comic shops and bookstores this week.
Everything you would ever need to know about Final Fantasy.
It's all here.
In those books. Sweet.
All right. Well, now we're going to talk about some comics.
American Gods, Maya Angelou #9, the last Maya Angelou issue. Shadow finds himself in hot water as the new gods make a dangerous power play before his eyes. This issue is by Neil Gaiman, obviously. Craig Russell, Scott Hampton, and guest artist Galen Showman, and Jennifer T. Lane John colors. The covers are by Glenn Fabry, Adam Brown, and David Mack. So this, if you've been reading along, this is the issue where it really starts ramping up real quick. So you will not want to miss it. And you will definitely want to stick around for the next series, Moment in the Storm, next year. So it'll be great. Let's look at some of the inside.
So if you're not... Yeah, and the David Mack cover here is gorgeous, as usual. So this series is being done in 3 arcs of 9 issues each. So that's why this is the conclusion of the Maya Angelou arc, and then the next one begins next year.
Also wanted to highlight some of the guest artist art in this one. It's a different feel, but it's very good. It's very evocative of P. Craig Russell's like traditional line work. So
yeah, his line work is beautiful.
Yeah,
I really like the covers for this one too. I mean, this series always has gorgeous covers, but both are beautiful this issue.
For sure. Agreed.
All right. Well, next is, as you know if you watch this show frequently, one of my favorite comics.
And mine.
Ever. And yeah, here, you hold that one. There you go. So that's the regular cover by Benjamin Dewey. And this is the variant cover by Jill Thompson, who you know if you have read Beasts of Burden, the original series. She's the co-creator with Evan Dorkin of Beasts of Burden. So she returns to do a guest cover here. And yes, Evan and Jill are working on another series which will come out next year. But right now we have Beasts of Burden, Wise Dogs and Eldritch Men #4. So this is the conclusion of this arc. After being captured by a survivalist cult, the Wise Dogs must find a way to free themselves and prevent an ancient evil entity from being unleashed on humanity. Because, of course, our pets always have to save us from evil, because we humans are just too dull to see it. But I love this series. It's fantastic. Evan Dorkin's writing is perfect for it. Benjamin Dewey's art is amazing. Nate Picos has contributed some really interesting lettering for it. So I can't recommend this series highly enough. Again, this is issue #4 of 4. So if you haven't already jumped on board, please do now. And yes, there will be a collection coming out next year too.
This issue is also extra-sized slightly.
Yeah, that's right. There was a little delay because they added some extra pages.
The story just needed more. And the art, I think, in this one, Ben really flexes color muscles, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful issue.
Definitely I don't want to spoil anything, but look at that. Look at that big purple guy.
Such good design.
Yes. So, Beasts of Burden, Wise Dogs, and Eldritch Men. One of my favorite series. Don't miss it.
Do not. Okay, next comic. Call of Duty Zombies 2 #3. Meet the brand new cast of characters from this year's Call of Duty Zombies offering in this prequel. Amidst the Mexican Revolution, an international spy and legendary lover finds himself drawn into another conflict, one that may decide the fate of humanity itself. This issue by Justin Jordan, Andreas Ponce, Mara Vargas, Dan Jackson, and the cover art by E.M. Geist. More Call of Duty goodness.
Eric Giss painted covers are so gorgeous.
They
He does
are.
our God of War covers too.
I like the cover within the cover here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want that.
Coverception.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Call of Duty Zombies comics are actually, they're really fun. They're kind of like Indiana Jones adventure with zombies.
Always
I mean, they're
zombies.
kind of, yeah. And, let's see, what's next? What are my numbers? We have Crimson Lotus number 2 out this week. This is another new series that I'm really excited about. We have Mindy Lee joining the Mignolaverse, and this is written by John Arcudi, colored by Michelle Madsen, and the cover art is by Tansi Zonjic, who we also work with a lot on Lobster Johnson. So I'll give you a little peek inside here. Secret Agent Dai and the man he is protecting take a tumultuous train ride across Japanese-occupied China, only to be faced with new allies and new enemies. But has Crow succumbed to the four-color fever, or... Oh, that's old copy. Never mind. So this is, if you're not following this is indeed from the pages of Hellboy. The Crimson Lotus is an enemy, and we're finally getting to see her backstory. So this is a really interesting historical series, and it's fascinating. And I love Mindy Lee's art. It's so perfect for this.
Yeah.
So, and we'll go back to that cover art too.
Yeah, I love this book. The first issue was incredible. I'm sure if you're fans of the Mignolaverse, you'll recognize the little monkey demons with those masks. So
Yes.
it is fits in perfectly with like Lobster Johnson, other historical Witchfinder.
Right. Yeah.
Mignolaverse series.
Yeah. So, and you don't have to have read any of those others, I think, to enjoy this. It's definitely a standalone series too.
Yeah. All right. On to Light Step number 2. Banished from her homeworld, January Lee is found floating in the Vermilion Quasar, where she is rescued by mysterious pirate captain Jazzman. Oh, quality name.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no time to get acquainted, as their ship quickly comes under attack. Who knew that not going the speed of light could be a weapon? This Dark Horse, us working with Epix Entertainment to bring this sci-fi epic to the U.S. audiences for the first time. This is by Milos Slakovic and Mirko Topolsky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
God,
Good job.
So, this art is very unique. I think the color work on here is also excellent. Yeah, it's very...
It's a new sci-fi epic.
Yeah, space opera sci-fi-ness. It's all that goodness. Cool
Yeah, if you like
monsters,
space
cool
operas.
aliens. Yeah. This is number 205 as well.
And more Witcher this week. This is exciting for fans of The Witcher, which I definitely am. So this begins a new series of Flesh and Flame. This is actually written by Alexandra Mataika, who is one of the writers from the game, so that's really cool. A lot of people have already noticed that this comic has a very strong feel to the game, and that's probably part of the reason. Mariana Strykowska also does the art. She's done a lot of art for the Witcher franchise as well. So this is a really fun and exciting creative team to have on board for this, and the storyline is really, really great. I hope that if you're a fan of The Witcher, you do pick up this comic.
Yeah.
Geralt is summoned by an old friend to solve a mystery involving Ciri. Upon arriving to investigate, however, he is surprised by another friend from the past, and he soon finds himself transported to regions beyond his original expectations. So you're going to get to see a lot of old favorite characters in here. Dandelion makes an appearance. And again, this is the first issue of a new miniseries, so this is a really good jumping on point. You don't need to have read any of our other Witcher comics to enjoy this one. Although I recommend that you do, because they're good.
Yes. All the Witcher, all taken a bath.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so Eerie Archives, Volume 25. This book and the book we're going to talk about next are some of the most essential like horror comics ever. So I think that you need to buy them.
Yes.
Tales of gruesome horror, astonishing fantasy, and white knuckle adventure from one of comics' most acclaimed magazines, featuring stories by Victor de la Fuente, Don McGregor, E.R. Cruz, Bud Lewis, Val Merrick, and others. Eerie Archives, Volume 25, presents nearly 300 pages of chills and thrills in deluxe hardcover format. This beautiful cover art is by San Julian, as much of the covers of this series are. And the art in this is like
crazy good and detailed. These were presented in magazine format back in the 70s, so they could avoid the comics code. Fun.
Comics code.
Yeah, but it's a crazy sci-fi horrorness that you definitely want to read. Check out.
Yeah. I'm going to show this interior because we got the classic little Vault Keeper, Crypt Keeper appearances in here. So this is the EC Archives Vault of Horror, Volume 5. As Brett was saying, we published this whole series, so this is pretty exciting. I love sharing this archival material and getting to reread some of these old classic pulpy sci-fi and horror stories. So this is more macabre and majestic stories from the vault. This terrifying tome has been digitally recolored using Marie Severin's original palette. It features stories drawn by all-star comic artists Johnny Craig, Graham Ingalls, Joe Orlando, Jack Davis, Jack Kamen, Graham Ingalls, and many more. So this collects Vault of Horror issues number 36 through 40. So horror fans, you get a double dose this week.
That hardcover also has a foreword by editor Daniel Chabon, so you should read it and tell him how much you love it and how much you love him.
Yeah, send him letters. Send him some letters.
Yes, absolutely.
Notes to the editor, yeah. Well, just a reminder that all you need to do to win all of this stuff is share this video here on Facebook. And with that, we leave you, and we will see you next week for a holiday special show. It's not really going to be that special, but it will be the holidays. Yes. So, Merry Early Christmas. We'll see you next time.
Happy late Hanukkah.